Hi guys, Zach here again with another random map game, and it's been a little while, hasn't it? I know it's been a little while, but I am back. I had a few busy days, and I've decided it's time to come back and continue making videos, which is always a good fun. Today we actually have an arena game between randomized and in blue, that is, over to the left, and over to the top right is 828. And every time I see 828, I always think 212 by ZeroEmpires, if you know that song. I won't sing it because I don't want to embarrass myself like I usually do. And 828 playing as Saracens today, and randomized over on the left playing as Persians. And of course, it is Arena Persian War. Not Persian War, Persian versus Saracens on Arena, as we have already just found out. And yeah, I like Arena. I don't watch that many Arena games, and after showing you those Jordan versus Viper Arena games, I thought, you know what, I'm going to look at a few more Arena games and see what they kind of have in store for us. We know that Arena games are played very differently to the standard RM, well, any other standard RM map really, because they're kind of different. The fact that you have the walls, the fact that a lot of players just go one town center, really high aggression, and oh dear, randomized lost a villager there. I know this is a 2K game, but wow, I wasn't expecting him to lose a villager. Probably got very sidetracked, and that is going to put him back a little bit. That was a very bad start for him, but he still has the score lead as 8-8 now, just moving out over to berries, and I'm sure he's going to go for his boar very soon. In fact, where is his other boar? He has one over here, and his other one is over out on this side, unfortunately, so he's going to go get that one first, of course. So yeah, as I was saying, arena games kind of played very differently. You will see that if we look at a few arena games, how differently they are played, and it kind of does make them interesting because it's slightly different to the norm, as you probably can imagine. So talking about the civs, well, to be honest, off the top of my head, I've got to say Persians probably going to have a slight advantage in this game because Saracens don't really have any technology, unique technology or unique civ bonuses that actually would help them massively in this matchup, because they don't really have any economy bonuses, they don't really have anything sort of land map bonuses. They have cheaper trade and they have better galleys, but that's pretty much it that would really affect them, but that's really not relevant in this situation. Persians, however, they do have faster working rate on town centre and docks, so town centre wise they're going to have better economy, I suppose, once you get to the feudal age. And if you're doing a one town centre pressure, that can really help you out. And obviously we will see fast castles from both of these guys. There's pretty much no point whatsoever in actually going for a flush because the walls, they can't you can't get in through the walls, although that looks like a gap there. I assure you it isn't. Well, it probably isn't. If it was a gap, then that makes this map flawed, and that is not good. But already randomized off to a much better start, I've got to say. 8-8 lagging behind a little bit here. He's only on 26 pop and randomized on 27 going feudal. Not a great start for 8-8, to be honest, but he's starting to take stone. And the likelihood is that the fast castle will come out and the players will build a castle on either defensive or offensive positions, and it would be kind of nice if they both actually went for an offensive castle and both caught us kind of off guard and was like, oh, I'm going to build a castle here and he's built a castle on me, and that would be really cool to see, though I doubt it's going to happen. 8-8, not far behind in regards to actually advancing. They're pretty close, I've got to say, though 8-8's score is slightly less. But that's not so much of a big deal right now, and as you can see, he's already on stone, so he will be going for a castle, I'm sure, as soon as he reaches the castle age. Randomized getting out barracks here, and more gold as well. Obviously he's going to want to go for the fast castle, but at the moment, no signs of gathering any stone, so we might not see a castle from him. And to be honest, a castle as Persians isn't so useful, especially if you're going kind of no economy mode, as it does mean that you're not going to be able to make many war elephants, and let's be honest, they're not that useful when you might have a horde of Mamelukes chasing you down, as Mamelukes of course kind of effective against cavalry, and Persian war elephants effectively cavalry. So randomized up to the feudal age, 8-8, just about to hit feudal now, and I'm sure he will castle in a reasonable time. Oh, he actually just spent some food on villagers there. I imagine he'll be getting wood upgrade perhaps, but he is going for market and blacksmith, so of course fast castle. And interestingly enough, blue actually going for stable and blacksmith here instead of market. So maybe blue, I've not watched this game, but just a hunch, maybe blue is going to go for knights and siege. He may get quite a bit of wood and then make a siege workshop and mangonel the walls down or ram the walls down and then follow it in with knights. That could work. Persians have pretty good knights, and 828 will have to get a castle out and make Mamelukes in order to be really effective. So it could be a good one for randomized here, but obviously time will tell. And both these guys going up to castle, randomized slightly in the lead once again, but it's not all over just yet. We're going to wait till castle really until things start kicking off, and making a couple of scouts there. Randomized, kind of interesting. Not really sure what he's doing with that, but he's going for scouts, and that is weird. Maybe he's going to upgrade them to like cavalry once he gets castle. I'm not sure, but he is moving out with 3 scouts now, and maybe that is just to secure the center of the map. 3 scouts, of course, enough to take out this builder here. And as you can see, 828 building watchtowers around randomized base, because he wants to see where the best position to put his castle is. Let's see how much stone he's actually got. Actually, he may have to buy a castle here. He's only got 500 stone. He needs another 150, so his stone is going to be slightly delayed, and he is up to the castle age. What is randomized throwing out there? He's he's researching the light cavalry. Kind of a good upgrade to get, because a very common tactic in these kind of games is to get the relics very quickly in the center of the map and go no eco mode, as I've said. It's unlikely that we'll see them build a second town center, though there is a town center coming over here, but maybe a third is more unlikely. And light cavalry will prevent them from gathering the relics up. This is kind of funny, sandwiched a villager in there. It's safe, but for how long? Not so long when you've got scout cavalries, or light cavalries even, battering away at the wall. Waiting to see what 828 is going to do. He's getting a monastery out, as you can see. He will be creating a few monks, and of course monks, well, they're going to be good for collecting the relics, but not much else if randomized is making light cavalry. Light cavalry, a very good counter to monks. Of course, monks are great for converting knights and infantry units, but light cavalry take a while to get converted. They're a lot faster. They can get in there and attack the monks before the monks can get the conversion. So kind of interesting. Randomized not doing a build that I would expect. He's actually just going to coop it up and go for perhaps even a third town center, which is something I wasn't expecting. And red over here sticking with the 1 for the time being, and we'll see if he can keep the pressure on and really get aggressive. He's nearly got enough for his castle. He just needs another 50 stone, and I imagine he will go forwards with his castle and castle the outside of randomized's base. Kind of annoying to say that, randomized. And moving out with the spearman, of course. He's not going to bother letting his monks get killed off, and he's going to go and collect up these relics right now. Obviously, light cavalry do outmaneuver the spearmen, so the spearmen not going to be so effective. And I'm surprised, really, 828 spending so much stone on these outposts. Of course, outposts do cost 10 stone each, and he's built quite a few of them. He really wants this map visibility, and as you can see, he's kind of getting it. He wants to make sure he's going to be able to keep his monks safe and do enough to protect himself. There's the castle outside of randomized's wall. I really cannot say that. And he's actually dropping that relic there so he can go for a conversion, but of course the light cavalry going to get away. Oh no, wow, actually he got a conversion there. I wasn't expecting him to get that at all, and that has really changed it around for 828 here. Of course, he's now going to be able to protect his monks a lot better. He's gone and collected up a relic over here, and he's going with quite a few monks now. The castle going up outside, he's only got 3 villagers over there, but he will be able to get that up in due course. Of course, he's got the outpost here to keep an eye on that and see what is going on. Gonna speed things up just a moment while he gets his next relic, and it's a good job this isn't standard victory, otherwise it could be GG already. And look how many monks he's got. He's got a good 5 there, I think it is. Let's have a look for sure. Yeah, he's got 5 monks, and his plan is to go and get a load of conversions. But of course, as I say, monks not so great against light cavalry. Is he going to get a conversion here? He needs to watch out for his monks. He really doesn't want to lose them. He's got 1 conversion. He may get the second, but unfortunately just losing that monk there. This monk going to get away, and there we go, a victory over on the center of the map for 828, although he did lose a couple of monks there. And of course, that's another reason why monks are more, light cavalry even are more effective against monks, because they only cost food, and that means if you take 1 light cavalry and kill 1 monk, the light cavalry comes off better. The castle going up now though. Randomized knows that the castle is there, and he probably was expecting it. There we go, a monk from Randomized as well, and it's nice because we usually get to see monk wars, but Randomized making a light cavalry, very good decision to make, and he's managed to get a couple of conversions there as well. Looks like the spearman may just be able to clear things up, but the castle is going to go up now as well, and 828 may just be able to bust these walls very quickly. This castle going to start firing down on there. 828 probably going to make some Mamelukes as well. If we have a look at his economy, he's got quite a bit of food, quite a bit of gold, and working what he should do is probably make some Mamelukes to take out those light cavalry, and they would be pretty effective in doing so. Please queue some Mamelukes. They're one of my favourite units. You probably know they're my favourite units because the Mameluke is the logo for this channel, in a sense. Wheelbarrow just being upgraded now, and more farms on the way up. The 4 relics already collected, and the 5th one on its way back now in the shelter of this castle. He's now working down on breaking down this wall, and he's going to need a siege workshop to take down obviously the town centres, and Randomized is currently just on the 2, so he is going to be starting to make some military right now to deal with this threat that's coming in. There's 5 monks right there, 6th one collecting the relic, and please make Mamelukes. They would kind of help you out in this situation, I think. Just a purely monk army really isn't going to be able to do enough. He may have upgraded so that he can convert buildings, in which case then he may be able to just storm through, but I imagine the villagers would get involved and do a lot of damage. So 828, you probably need some Mamelukes, mate, and that would help you out incredibly. He's got a lot of gold collectors though, and he may just be making more monks, as a matter of fact. He's researching redemption right now. I can't remember which one that is. I'm not familiar with the monk upgrades, monastery upgrades, unfortunately, as it's just one of those things that you don't see get used that often, so knowing that monastery upgrades only really apply to arena players that much, unless you're a total pro, that is. I think redemption is the one where you can get buildings converted. I can't say for 100%. I know that one of them gives you extra HP. I can't even remember the name of it, it's been so long, but regardless, 828 has busted down the wall. Of course, his economy is in a much worse shape. He needs to do the damage now, but Randomized has got a siege workshop, and he is making, I think, well, I imagine he'll be making a couple of rams. He's going to try and ram bust this castle, and in come the monks. They're going to try and convert villagers, and that's going to be kind of interesting. If you can get quite a few villager conversions, that would be kind of cool. He is going to move them in and start converting, and what's he going to do with the villagers though? Well, they're going to get converted back at this rate, I think. He's actually converting them and then deleting them, and Randomized managed to convert that one back. So it's basically just a monk war right now. Please, why you not make Mamelukes? I would like to see that. That would be cool. Struggling to find out exactly what he's spending his resources on here. We just saw some deaths over this side. I'm not really sure what they managed, what they were killed by, but regardless, 828 going to move in with his monks once again. He does have nearly 100% charge on these guys, and in come the light cavalry. This is why he should have made Mamelukes, because the monks are going to get cut down, and I don't know why. Why did he do that? Of course, he's going to get 1 conversion. He's got his spearmen in there, but kind of bad micro, didn't really able to do much, and he lost 2 monks, I believe, there. Maybe just 1 actually, but regardless, losing the monks to light cavalry really is not good. Light cavalry really are effective against monks in this situation, and it really doesn't matter if you lose 2 light cavalry. At the end of the day, that's 160 food, but that's 100 gold, and food can be replenished a lot faster than gold can. Finally making some Mamelukes. He's doing the right thing. He needs a few Mamelukes to actually kill kill these light cavalry over here, and he is going to make a few now. It's about time. He's going for a fast Imperial. He's up to the Imperial Age right now. I'm not really sure why he's going up Imperial, because at the end of the day, it's not really going to help him out that much in this situation. If you were Turks, then yeah, fast Imperial makes sense, because you can actually use the Imperial Age upgrade to your advantage. You get free chemistry, you can make gunpowder units. That is useful, but upgrading in fast Imperial with Saracens, not really sure the integrity of that kind of strategy right there. Not really sure why he's decided to do that, but 828 going Imperial anyway, and let's see what he can actually do. I mean, he's not going to have the economy to actually be able to do all that much with it. He's just decide to push forwards with a second castle. He's got enough stone. He could just send villagers forward, castle this even. That would be quite cool. He could take out a lot of gold villagers there, but randomized now with the third town centre, and 828 falling very drastically behind in score. Instead of making, well, instead of upgrading Imperial Age, he could have perhaps got a lot of Mamelukes. He could have got a siege workshop and pushed in through with some whatchamafliggies, mangonels, that's the word I'm looking for, but instead no, he's making spearmen, not really making anything, and he's got a lot of resources piling up. Not so great at all. Moving in now with the castle. I was right about putting the castle there, but of course randomized is going to spot it. He's just gone Imperial. He's going to go for some kind of timing. This is kind of nice, but look at the crossbowmen about to come in. They are going to clear things up very quickly, and I think 828 is not going to be able to get that castle up at all. Those crossbowmen are going to be a pain in the backside, and this is why he should have mangonels. Of course, he's getting a trebuchet now. Trebuchet going to be able to do a little bit, but I'm not really sure how much, because what's he going to actually treb here? Can't say for sure, but he's got villagers around his TC. Look at this army composition. And no! Don't build a castle there. What is he doing that for? The trebuchet probably going to be lost here, and that is a waste of resources. The castle going to be able to kill off a few units, but really not a lot. That trebuchet not going to survive either. And oh, 828, what did you just do there? You cost yourself the game. That was a terrible engagement. You're setting up a castle behind, but you know you should not build castles so close together. And in come the rams from randomized. Randomized going to take this castle down. The Mamelukes coming out way too late, and I think in this situation 828 may just lose this game. Randomized going to take this castle. Of course, he's going to get this castle up. I think he's going to get this castle up, but it's going to go up just to be lost. Finally, the siege workshop coming up right now. 828 killing quite a few units, but I think it's too late. The rams are around the castle, and there really is not a lot that 828 can do to stop that from going down. Resigning right there, and damn! What did he do that for? I mean, seriously, let's look at where 828 went wrong in that game, in my opinion. He knew that randomized was booming. Of course randomized was booming. His score was a lot less, his score was actually higher, but that is because he was making military at the same time. I mean, he just basically played a normal game. 828 trying to do the whole arena thing didn't pay off so much. What should he have done? Well, he had his castle here, he had the walls breached. He's got that kind of moment in time there where he can get into randomized his base, and he could have done a lot of damage, but instead he made monks and upgraded to the Imperial Age. And I think that was his biggest problem. He went too heavy into monks when A, he knew that randomized was making light cavalry, which is the perfect counter to monks really, so making monks was a bad idea, and B, he knew that he didn't make a siege workshop. That's what I was going to say. He should have made a siege workshop and made a mangonel, and he should have made Mamelukes. You know, if he'd have got 8 Mamelukes, he would have been able to combat the light cavalry. The mangonels could have moved in and started taking out villages. They could have started taking out town centres, and then when you really think it's about time, you can advance Imperial. But he should have just made more Mamelukes, made more mangonels, and he could have won that game. But his mistake there really was making all those monks and upgrading Imperial. There really wasn't much need to upgrade to Imperial. Let's look at his economy. Slightly imbalanced. He had so much gold, he had a lot of wood, and not enough food. Mamelukes cost food and gold, so that is a bit of a problem. So randomized took that game. I thought it'd be a bit more interesting, but usually with the case in Arena, what I've seen so far from watching Arena games is that it's kind of a really big build-up and then it's over in a flash, and that is exactly what happened. A really good attack by randomized there. He saw what his opponent was doing and acted in the right way. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I know it was a little short. I know there wasn't that much going on, and I'll bring you more next time.